Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most electrifying podcast in sports entertainment. Welcome to the Under the Ring podcast. Joining us as usual, he is the man, the myth, the legend. He is the only IC champion that UTR will have. He is the man with the master can of beer, Matty Rains. Say what's up, Matt.
What's up, good people? And he is right. I do have a can of beer in my hands. I have a really nice, as you can see, the big giant 6 on the can. It's one of my favorite breweries here in Louisville. They just celebrated their 6th anniversary. And if you can't see what it says, it's a double coffee. So it's double the amount of coffee. Barrel aged imperial stout. So this has been aged in bourbon barrels.
That means that shit tastes good. That means that shit tastes good, folks.
It is one whole pint. It is 10%, and it was $18 for a 2-pack.
For a shit, then that shit better be liquid gold.
I bought 2 of them because I know it sold out.
Damn. And we're gonna have the rest of the folks join us in just a few.
Yeah,
but first,
Michael will be here in a few. Mike will be here in a few. Tito will be here in a few.
But first, and now, your defending and reigning UTR champion. He started in the slums, folks, and now he's here. He won it one night and retained it in the same night, so which makes him a double champion. Give it up for your boy, K-Sweat! You see the one belt, folks? But like I said, I retained in the same night. So it's Kenny 2 belts from now on.
He only got 1 belt, y'all.
From now on.
He ain't going, man. I'm the only person. There's only one Matty Rains.
It's Kenny 2 belts from now on, folks. When you win it and defend it in the same night, it makes it a special event. It make it a special event. By gosh. Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks. You damn right I'm a raggedy bitch, and I'll be one. And that's right, Reggie. By God, it's really me. It's K-Sweat.
He got 2 belts, but he ain't got 2 titles, y'all.
But this is what happens.
That will only be me.
No, you ain't got nothing. This retired. It ain't.
We don't know that.
It's retired. You don't retire.
That belt is retired.
But that's right. 2 big boy toys here. Because when you win it in one night, then you gotta defend it. You gotta make sure it looks good when you defend it. So shout out to
what's gonna happen when you lose it?
Listen. I'm only losing. I'm only defending my my TV title.
It's the UTR. This is not the WWE Undisputed Universal
yes, the fuck it is.
No, it ain't.
The hell it is. Yes, the hell it is.
Reggie, you have no belts.
For right now, we'll see what happens when the next.
I have 1 belt forever. I'm the only person here who can't lose their belt.
That's because it ain't even stocking no more.
That's what we retired. I didn't ask for it to be retired.
That's because it was way too many goddamn if, ands, what about, and could abouts.
Yeah,
when we had more than 1 belt.
We had tag team. I kept coming in second place. So y'all said, well, you hope. You hope. Mine
Well,
is with me forever.
well,
That's why
goddamn.
diamonds are forever, and so is Maddie Reigns.
And I'm actually joining. You know what? Just so y'all can actually see what the hell I am working with right here. Yes, it is still Christmas in my house, but I am joining
I
Maddie
mean, it was just
Reigns.
Christmas yesterday.
Right. I am joining Maddie Reigns with the
Yeah.
can with the plan right here. This is a good little goose IPA. You know, not too much. 7% alcohol. We'll see what happens by the end of the show. We'll see what
Right.
happens. But let's get to the show, folks. The news that we have this week. Well, the biggest news coming out of the wrestling community and wrestling world is we have someone who has signed with the WWE that we didn't think was going to fucking happen. Let's be realistic. We did not think this shit was going to be happening.
No, I didn't. I thought it was a joke at first. It really took just like because Tito said it last night in the chat. I was taking it as a joke too until the NXT account shared it. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, I guess it wasn't a joke. I guess it was
Right.
not fake.
Because what you call it, Tito was like, yo, it's Mexican April Fool's Day. And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, it could be.
I was like, and Triple H is in on it too. And I was like, yo, y'all got Triple H to get on Twitter. Because now that he's the head of creative and everything, he don't get on Twitter no more.
Right. He don't get on. But the big news, and Tito, you are absolutely right. Christmas does not end until at least January 6th. And Merry Christmas to you. You missed my intro with my new baby. You missed my intro with my new baby. That's what you missed. He said you got to retire 24/7, 65. Ha, ha, ha. Staying alive. Wow. But the big news, at least it's there. I was getting ready to say, at least it's there, unfortunately. The big news that of a person that we didn't think that was going to come to WWE, Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee said, fuck all y'all. I'm going to go get paid. I'm tired of this bullshit.
Dragon Lee said, I'm gonna go to where I'm gonna be seen on television every goddamn week.
He was to make it even more funny is like they won the tag championships last night. He's like, yeah,
we didn't even get to that. We ain't even to that part yet. We didn't even get to that part. Not only is Dragon Lee signed to WWE, Dragon Lee and Jalisco took the AAA tag belts off FTR too. And so he was like, yeah, okay, AEW, we good with you. We appreciate you. Like, yeah, but I'm gonna go over here where I'm gonna get seen because my cousin Andrade and my brother Rush are getting no play over here in AEW. So I'm gonna go to WWE and rock out in NXT.
I love the signing. If people aren't familiar with Dragon Lee, just familiarize yourself with him. You can look up his matches on YouTube and whatnot. It's a good signing. I love it because one, it shows that they have not soured on the cruiserweights. There is no cruiserweight division.
Right.
But they're still signing cruiserweights. So you have an opportunity, even though there is no division for you. They're gonna Triple H
Lord.
is
Trips. Triple H please bring back that CWC, baby.
Like
please.
Triple H, whatever Kool-Aid he is passing out, Dragon Lee
is working.
He drank enough of it because if it was me, there ain't no division there for me. Ain't really enough. It's really the land of giants, in my opinion. It's still the land of giants. You brought back Braun, and you have Omos, and then you have Gunther. What do you need little old Dragon Lee for? Does not matter. You can tell a story. You're great in the ring. You have a great look. And at the end of the day, they are still trying to find the next Rey Mysterio. It's not Dominic. They tried it with Kalisto. Now, there's a hood favorite. That's Hunico. but he the hood favorite.
He the hood favorite.
He the hood Ray.
My boy Hunico is the undefeated knockout champ of the hood, baby. And we
the hood favorite.
We always want to go. You go back.
He's the people's Rey Mysterio. He's the people's next Rey Mysterio, but he got them hands, so they had to tell him bye. So Dragon Lee is coming into a perfect situation. Also, with Escobar, he was wearing a mask. He took it off.
Damn sure was a hell of a
So everything, like, if anything, they're still looking. Rey Mysterio still sells a bunch of merchandise. At the end of the day, as much as I always play around and say I hate him. It's a love-hate. I don't hate him. It's just I can't suspend disbelief anymore.
Right.
But I give him his respect. He is the GOAT, whatever it is, the greatest mask of all time. Dominic better be happy he didn't have to spend all Christmas in jail. That boy was going to get fucking Damon and Cat Williams. He was honest about it when he said it. He was like, "Mommy,
I can't last in jail."
He said, "I won't make it in jail.
I won't make it."
I was like, "I'm glad you know that, because a lot of people don't."
Yeah, pretty much we did. Yeah, we said that.
If Dominic ain't retiring his daddy at WrestleMania, nobody is.
Right.
But somebody got to replace him. And it ain't Dominic. And it ain't Escobar.
Nah, it won't be Dominic, but it will be fucking what you call it, Dragon Lee. God damn it, Dak.
It's gonna be a combination of. I'm surprised you watching that game, because if y'all didn't know,
I got money on the line. I need Dalton Schultz to have some fucking.
I need fucking Dak to fucking show up.
That shit right there. Yeah, I ain't even watching the game because everybody ain't nobody playing. Ain't no Tannehill, ain't no Derrick Henry, ain't no wide receivers because we ain't got none. I ain't watching that game because everybody I care about is either not playing or they're hurt. Even Taylor Lewan, who is out for the season. It's tightened up, but this game is meaningless. I'll care about next week when we lose to the Jaguars.
Who's that playing quarterback?
Josh Dobbs.
Oh,
not God. Malik Willis. Josh Dobbs.
Let's get back to Dragon Lee. That's
another reason why I ain't watching. I ain't watching Josh Dobbs. I watched Dragon Lee before I watched Josh Dobbs.
Well, Dragon Lee's a hell of a fucking wrestler. That's number one. So that's gonna be great for that. You know what? I know you still say WWE is the land of the big guys, but at the end of the day, the smaller guys, like you said, are still compelling. Mm-hmm. You still got guys like Johnny Gargano. You still got guys like Tommaso Ciampa. You still got guys, you know what I mean, who are still compelling and can still tell a story. And even Mustafa Ali.
Even Miz is basically little.
Pretty much. Miz, I think Miz is a cruiserweight technically almost. You know what I mean? Even Dolph. You know what I mean? Like Dolph is technically little. So
like all of those people are. Like, I would
great
love,
storytellers in the ring.
Like you said, bring back the Cruiserweight Classic. Don't bring back the title. Don't bring back the title. We don't need the title. Y'all did too much. Great point. And Dragon Lee can speak English, which is what fucked Andrade up. It's still fucked him up. Even though he was very strong. That man still cannot talk. He has marbles in his mouth.
And
Dominic can talk, but
nobody want to hear it. Nobody want to hear it.
Even though he is a master chef in terms of wrestling ability and everybody he's been trained by and everything, he got a while.
You know what?
He needs some more. He needs some more seasoning, and that's why he's with Judgment Day to get that much needed seasoning.
I'll put it to you this way. You know why Dragon Lee is a good signing for WWE? Besides the fact that he could be their next Rey Mysterio, he's also the Mexican version of Pac.
Yeah. Yes.
He's the Mexican version of Pac with a little bit more strength. You know what I mean? With a little bit more strength. So that works for them big time.
And I love the fact that he's going. He said, "I'm going to WWE," and NXT said straight. They're like, "He's coming to NXT." Right off the bat, the match everybody is already asking for. Another person I fake hate. I like him as his other gimmick. I don't like him as his current gimmick. I like A-Kid. But if y'all want to have people in masks fighting another person in a mask, then let's call this fucking Marvel. Marvel versus Capcom. Let's fucking go. Axiom versus Dragon Lee.
Fucking Spider-Man versus Venom, goddammit. Let's get it, bitches.
That shit is about to look like Marvel. That shit is about to look like a video game. I can't wait.
It's gonna be a hell of a match.
Like Triple H is not fucking around. One of the podcasts I listened to, they did a review of every person that has come back since Triple H has taken over, and they gave them a grade. And a lot of them were just, and honestly, a lot of the people that have come back, like even like I like Bray. I don't love Bray. I'm not Kenny or Tito. They love Bray. I like Bray.
Right. But he hasn't done anything.
He ain't really done much. He just back on his same bullshit. He just talking a bunch.
Well, he had a match at MSG.
Yeah, he had a match at MSG. A lot like Gargano. He ain't really doing much. He just hanging out with Loomis. I mean, he did something. Braun,
got his ass whipped by Ricochet.
He's Braun until he opens his mouth. Also, side note, if y'all didn't know, Green Bay Packers shared a video saying Braun Strowman is a Packers fan. It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
It all makes sense. Yes, black folks definitely
play Tekken. You goddamn right.
And I always pick King.
Always.
Yep.
Always. If you didn't pick King,
he looked cool.
Right. He was the coolest motherfucker on the game. Like, let's be realistic.
This dude with the Jaguar head. I'm using him. I didn't even know it was a dude with a Jaguar head. I thought it was just a Jaguar that was human.
So was Ricochet really King from Tekken? Prince Puma?
Basically.
Pretty much.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Pretty much.
Well, speaking of Dragon Lee taking the belts off of FTR, Dax Harwood has had a hell of a week.
Right.
He began his podcast, which I believe the first episode was today, if I'm not mistaken.
It was either yesterday or today. One of those.
Right. It was either
before tonight. It was before tonight.
Oh, for sure. It was either yesterday or today. And that's not the part that has everybody talking. The part that has everybody talking about this particular podcast was episode 1's topic was a lot about CM Punk. Now
that man went hard for CM Punk, but I can't be mad at him because they were genuine friends.
Right. Here's the thing: as much as certain people, basically myself, as much as I dislike CM Punk, you know what I mean? Like I'll say it. I ain't gonna say everybody on the podcast. As much as Kenny dislikes CM Punk, I don't know that man on a personal level. Dax knows this man on a personal level,
right?
And he was giving examples of his friendship with him and why he feels that Punk and the Elite should pretty much handshake it out. I don't fault Dax for having his feelings the way he do because I've never had that type of relationship with CM Punk. I've had the relationship of him being a wrestler and a fan. And as a fan, I didn't like what he did. So that's my whole thing on it. So that's my whole take on CM Punk. As a fan, I don't like what he did. Do I know Phil Brooks, the person? Absolutely not. I've never met the man a day in my life. That man has no idea I even fucking exist. So I don't know what type of person he is that way. I can tell you what type of person he appears to be from the image he gives off,
Right.
which can cause me to dislike him. But Dax knows him on a personal level, and he pretty much wants people to just leave Punk alone.
Right.
Let him and the elite handshake this shit out and let Punk get back to work. He said he saw there was plenty of times where he pretty much dropped the dime that Punk really was working backstage and had a backstage role more than what people knew about. He was like, his office door was always open. It was like, office door? The hell you mean office door? Like, he ain't in the locker room with you?
Right.
Oh, they really had this motherfucker on some. Okay. So he was like, his office door was always open. I can always talk to him when I need to. Brittany, I mean, listen. Oh my gosh, yo, they are killing my fantasy right now. Yo, that wasn't Dak's fault. That was CD's fault.
No, the Titans are gonna try and do something. Don't tell me the Titans gonna try and do something and I'm not watching.
No, it's no. They still losing 10-0.
Oh,
they still losing 10-0.
I got Dallas trying to keep them in the game.
Right.
I got Dak in fantasy, but I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if I lost.
But so Dax wants people. What do y'all think as far as what Dax is saying? Like, let this man get back to work.
I mean, that's his friend. I mean, you're gonna vouch for your friend. You know, like if you have a personal relationship with somebody, you're close with them, you're gonna do whatever you can to vouch for them. So, I mean, I don't blame him. I don't care for Punk at all, but I can totally see where Dax is coming from by saying, "Hey, let's be bygones, be bygones. That shit happened a few months ago. Let it go. Let's be men. Let's be professional, and let's try to keep things moving." Like
you said.
But the issue is being professional and being men is not one of AEW's strong suits.
What Dax is really trying to say, how about we squash this shit and make some money?
That's what he really want to say.
That's what he's really saying. Shut the fuck up, squash this shit, and let's make this fucking money. Because these people love us. And they only gonna love you for a limited time. Like Stone Cold always used to say on his podcast, you only have so many bumps on your bump card. Once you run out, you're out. That's why he came back. Because obviously he found out he had some more bumps on his bump card. And he got paid.
Here's the thing. What Dax is also trying to say, especially I think this, as much as he was doing a cry to, sports fans and everybody, to just kind of back off for Punk, I think him talking was honestly more to Punk. I think it was really Punk for him saying to Punk, yo, chill out, yo. There's people in your corner that's willing to go to bat for you. You just got to chill sometimes. And let's just, like you said, let's just make this money, because at the end of the day, whether you know this or not, those people that you disrespected are your bosses and sign your checks. They gonna be here. They gonna be here. And if they leave, they taking a lot of people with them. If you leave, people ain't gonna care. So let's just make your money while you can, boy. For real.
And that is a great point on why Cody left. Because unlike the rest of them, he was always the outsider. That's why he left.
Mm-hmm. Right. Like, he was never part of the ribbon. He was never really part of the Bullet Club like that.
Mongo is here, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us.
Takes a sip from his drink.
Joining us, our producer, with the man with the generator in his hand. Mongo.
What's going on, folks? Yeah, we're dealing with some crazy shit. My pipes got burst in North Augusta. Up here, we lost internet.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Lost internet for 4 days. Then we lost power for 2 days. Now we got internet, but the generators got electricity on. So we're gonna see how long I'm here. It might not last long.
That winter storm just
Whipped
destroyed
ass.
America.
Whipped ass.
Yeah.
It destroyed just America in general.
First of all, there's something I didn't do. Happy holidays, folks out there in UTLA. I did not wish happy holidays to us in the beginning or anyone, fellas. I hope you had a happy holidays. And speaking of that winter storm, we want to send our condolences to anyone who lost someone during that storm, because I was looking at the news and I saw Buffalo got hit, and literally right down the block from the liquor store that I used to buy liquor from as a freshman, sneaking to get liquor. Someone died walking on the street, being covered in the blizzard. Like, if you are in the area and you can help somebody who still needs help, folks, please go out there and give them help however you can. That storm kicked at it was 2 degrees. Yeah. It was 2 degrees below an Eskimo's toenails outside. All right, like it was freezing.
And then for a lot of, like me, I go to a lot of breweries and restaurants in general, and seeing a lot of people. A lot of restaurants were preparing for the holidays, so they closed up early. They closed up when it was still somewhat warm. They left for the holidays. That massive temperature drop, because remember, at one point it was like 40. It was like 40 or 30, and then it was like -6. Well, they were gone when it was still 20. It was still 40 and 30, and they were never there during the temperature drop. So they're in Mongo shoes right now. They come back to their restaurant or their place of business, and they got burst pipe.
Mongo, you got a message.
Oh, God. Oh.
In your mouth. Well, let's get back.
Y'all don't know about it.
Right.
Green giant in your mouth.
In your mouth.
You'll be like, what? Did you say that? Yep.
Right after you pop that pussy for some Coles cash.
Shake that ass for some Coles cash.
But to that CM Punk scenario, you were right, Tito. My only issue with that situation was how Punk changed that whole conference and made it about him and his issues with everyone else. He could have kept professional, handled his personal issues behind. He could have. The thing about that is he made the entire company look like shit when he did that. That's the whole thing, because you did it. Not only did you do it with networks watching and people who you're trying to get to buy into this company watching, you did it with your boss sitting next to you. Had your boss sitting there like, huh? What'd you say? Huh? We suck. What? Boss was sitting there sounding like my man from Grown Ups 2. What was his name? Bumpy? What? Had him sounding like that. Yo, like that was like completely unprofessional.
Like, I don't blame Dax for going to bat for him, because I'm pretty sure Punk is still under contract, right, Mongo?
Yeah, he's still under contract.
Okay, and he's like doing commentary for some bootleg UFC stuff.
Some MMA shit.
Yeah. So
apparently they've made jokes about that press conference to his face at that show.
Like, at this point, Punk doesn't care. He's basically getting paid to do nothing, and he's getting paid to technically do nothing again, because he's doing commentary for some MMA bullshit. So you're getting double checks to do nothing. He ain't trying to hear what Dax got to say, because Dax is saying, "Hey, let's squash everything. Come back to work." What do you? If I'm Punk, I'm going to be looking at Dax like, what do you mean? Come back to work. I'm getting paid, and I don't have to do anything.
I'm getting millions of dollars to sit at
I
home.
am going to keep sitting my ass at home. Thank you for going to bat for me, but
I
I'm sitting my
appreciate
ass
you.
at home.
It's almost like the whole Mandy Rose thing. Like I could stay home and make $1 million a week.
Yeah,
Right.
But
Like
Punk has basically said, "Yeah, you guys got me. Yeah, you figured me out. I'm a dick. Oh well, guess what? I'm gonna be a rich dick. I'll sit at home. You guess what? You hate me. I hate you. I
pay
get
me.
paid.
Fuck you,
I
pay
stay
me.
out of you. I stay out of y'all's face because nobody is watching that MMA shit.
Punk is legit. Punk legit hit them with the ha ha ha. Fuck you, pay me. Oh, I cursed you out. Ha ha ha. Fuck you, pay me. Oh, what? I made fun of your bosses. Fuck you, pay.
And at this point, they are basically just like, pay them because we don't care. And they are basically doing everything in their power to get rid of that AEW. As much as people want to say,
you need help, girl.
oh
You need
God,
Jesus. Jesus.
like if y'all didn't
All right,
notice,
well,
AEW is getting a whole refresh after the new year. After like this week was the last week of the old AEW Dynamite. Next week it's going to be red, white, and blue, or red and blue, and all that.
yeah, something like
They're
that.
giving it. They're getting rid of it. They're getting rid of that bullshit. They're getting rid of all the oldness. It is time for a refresh. Out with the old, in with the new. They refreshed the TNT title all those many years ago, and they're finally refreshing AEW. It's actually a much needed change. They need to get out of all that dark, just like NXT. NXT had to get out of black and gold,
which they're kind of going back to,
and now they're going back to it
by changing the rainbow belts back to the black and gold.
I don't blame
belts.
them on that one. The belts
Those belts
changed
suck.
anyway.
Yeah, those belts are terrible. That was just a good idea. Speaking of Dax and Cash, FTR, do you want to talk about real quick that Sports Illustrated top 10 that came out?
No, we did not get to that just yet.
That Sports Illustrated top 10 was weird. Because it was Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, that was odd. But Justin Barrasso, was it Justin Barrasso?
Yeah.
He's a big wrestling guy. He's been covering stuff for a while. So it made sense that he did a list. But number 10 shocked me because I didn't think anybody else watched, honestly, this promotion. So I'll just go from 10 to 1. 10 is Masha Slamovich.
First of all, okay, that was my beef.
That's a good pick.
It's a good pick, but here's my beef. How do you have this list with Masha Slamovich and no Josh Alexander?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's something you if you're gonna put Masha on there, then that means you damn sure had Josh on that list as well. Because you cannot tell me that Masha was the better of the two of them last this year. You cannot tell me that shit. I don't give two fucks and what you goddamn say. Hell to the no.
So we'll go from that to then Cash at 9, Dax at 8. Then El Hijo de Vikingo.
That
7.
one caught me off guard a little. I'm not gonna lie.
He's
good.
Vikingo, he's been on Impact and AEW a few times. Back when Impact did their Lucha Underground / AAA like 2-year deal, he was there a lot. So he's pretty damn good. So I've seen a lot of people put him on that list. So I don't that didn't shock me as much. 6 is Jamie Hayter, which
I'll say one thing.
That shocked me more than anything else on this list.
I'll say one thing. Out of the AEW female roster, her matches solo, not when she's doing tag team matches and she has to depend on her tag partner. Her matches, a lot of her solo matches have been very consistent. I will say that. They're not great. They're not total horrible. But I don't pay them any attention too much. But they are consistent. I will say that. Like she's their powerhouse of the division, correct?
Essentially, since Jade's doing her thing at the TBS and Nyla not really doing much with her, I would say Jamie's the powerhouse. I think she's great, honestly. I just didn't think she was going to be making a top 10 list because I don't like.
Nah.
She's had some good matches since she won the belt, but the whole year, I don't know. Then next up was Will Ospreay at 5, which is fair. Roman at 4.
No, my friend. That needs to be higher.
And it's because he just doesn't wrestle that much anymore. He's a 4, which if that's what you want to do for your list, I guess that's fair. He doesn't wrestle a lot. Bianca
Yo, hold up. Because he doesn't wrestle that much anymore. Mike Tyson for maybe once, maybe twice a year. Did that take away from him being the baddest fucking man on the planet?
Nope.
And that's boxing though. Like you're wrestling every week. You don't box every Monday.
Hulk Hogan didn't wrestle, but probably 3 to 4 times a year max. Did that take away from him being considered the greatest wrestler?
No. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think he's Roman at number 1 or 2 is the obvious spot, but
yeah,
that's the people. That's the thing that makes people put him lower, and I guess I get that. I still would put him 1 or 2.
All this gold shining over here. All this gold shining over here.
Why you got the IC belt? That ain't yours. Number 3 is Bianca.
It sure isn't.
You know what? Hey, Bianca at 3, I can see. I can see.
Bianca's definitely the best female star of the year. I don't even think that's really a question.
Right.
Mox at 2 and then Seth at 1.
I can't put Seth at 1 because Seth just won like his first pay-per-view. What, like not too long ago? Nah, I can't have Seth at 1. I'm sorry. And I love Seth. I just don't think Seth is 1.
Yeah. Like him being a workhorse and all that, I get, but yeah. He's no lower than 3 to 5. He's the top 5 for sure. But yeah, I can't put him at 1 either. Not over Roman. I mean, come on. Hell,
Yeah,
not over Mox. Not over Mox either.
I mean, he was
Mox had a hell of a
year.
year.
The only one to beat Roman this year. So
I guess
he did beat Roman.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a win. A DQ is a win. A win is a win.
Yeah, but nah.
A win.
I think part of what hurt him more, like Kenny said, was the fact he lost so many matches.
Right.
He lost all 3 Cody matches.
Right.
Like I think he ended up winning a match against Riddle, but like they got drawn out for so long, and then he just got his ass whooped by Austin Theory.
Well, Dak with another pick.
All right. Anything else you need to cover?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, gentlemen, and anybody that's watching, if you'd like to join in on this, we're going to talk about our top 10 favorite matches of the year. Now, I gave this homework out last week. Immediately after the show, there was no special criteria. I didn't talk about 5 stars, shit, anything technical. I don't give a shit. What was your favorite match. What are your favorite matches? However they were. If you loved Pat McAfee versus Vince McMahon, fuck it can be on your list. I don't care. Whatever you had fun watching for whatever reason, that is your top 10. I don't give a shit about anything else. Here we go. Who wants to go first?
You know what? I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. Are we doing? Does it have to be in? I guess it should be in order. Duh. Okay. Coming in at number 10, Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. Coming in at number 9, Usos versus Street Profits at Money in the Bank. Coming in at number 8, Dax versus Will Ospreay. Coming in at number 7, Josh Alexander versus Speedball. Number 6, Bianca versus Becky, WrestleMania. Number 5. Number 5 was actually a match that I saw up close and personal. It's a House of Glory matchup. Malachi Black versus Buddy Matthews. Number 3, Briscoes versus ER for the Supercard. Number 2, New Day versus Usos, Day 1 pay-per-view. And my number 1 match was Sheamus versus Gunther for the IC title. Now, I do have about 5 honorable mentions, but I'm only going to mention 2, my top 2. Chad Gable versus Johnny Gargano on Monday Night Raw. And contrary to what Mr. Mongo has everyone believing and actually put in the description of the show, this match almost made it to my top 10 list, but it just didn't quite make it.
Hold on, can I guess it? Can I guess it?
Sure.
Is it? It's only one. It can only be one of 2 things. Is it CM Punk and MJF in the dog collar match?
Absolutely fucking not.
Is it Athena versus Mercedes Martinez?
Hell to the fucking no.
Okay. What is it?
It is Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov versus JD McDonald.
Okay. All right.
A Braun Breaker match, fucker.
All right.
Okay. A Braun Breaker match almost made it to my top 10, but then I said, "Wake up, Kenny." And I said, "Wake up, Kenny." But yeah, I like my list. I mean, that's my number 1 was Sheamus versus Gunther.
Yeah, that's fair. that's I'm sure that's gonna be on all of our lists. I'll be honest. That's probably gonna be
like
unanimous top 10er.
Like that, 2 big meaty men slapping meat. That's exactly what that shit was. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. 2 big meaty men slapping meat. Like, that was a brutal goddamn match. My number 7 at Josh Alexander and Speedball. That was a great damn match that came on.
You never heard that? You don't know about the podcast. You don't know about the New Day podcast. Don't worry about it.
That was big. That was what Big E described how big wrestlers are. Okay.
Yeah, Big E said he wanted to. If it was up to him, he ain't trying to have no 5-star match. He ain't trying to have none of that. He just trying to have. If it was up to him, it'd be Big E versus Goldberg. 2 big meaty men
slapping me. That was Big E's saying, not mine.
And
That
you
was
got
all
Xavier
Big.
Woods and Kofi, but Xavier mostly just
Died.
giggling because you said two big meaty men
Slapping me.
slapping me.
Right. So yeah. That
Big E knew it was pause worthy. You know Big E.
but
don't
he
give a
ain't
damn.
paused nothing.
Big E don't give a damn. He's secured.
What you call it? Mongo had a
Big
little
meaty
bit of
men bumping me.
slapping me. Yeah. Mongo had a little bit of an issue with as far as what was going on with his power generator. So he said he's going to put his list up in the comments. Who wants to go next with their list?
I'll go.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put them in order, but I'll kind of finagle my way through it. It'll make sense. Number 10, Dragon Lee versus Roosh at Final Battle, ROH Final Battle. Black Taurus versus Trey Miguel for the X Division title. That was, whew,
Yeah, that was a good match.
That was good. That was good. That was good. I believe this was their second match. Daniel Garcia versus Bryan Danielson. Hey, man. Daniel Garcia is good, man.
He is.
He is good. And him and Danielson, they had two matches and both were great. But the second one, man, because that led to the whole, you're a wrestler, for that got Daniel Garcia over. He's good, man. God damn, he's good. Next, I will go with, and I liked it because I love this match because they teased the absolute fuck out of us. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre, class at the castle. Like, I think we all picked Drew to win that match. It just made too much sense.
It really did.
And then the swerve towards the end of the match. The person that we didn't expect this person to show up. We kind of booked him ahead, but we didn't think he'd show up this fast. Fucking Solo appeared and helped Roman. And, after the match, yeah, that shit with Tyson Fury and all that bullshit, but the match itself I enjoyed. The next match, Carmelo Hayes versus Ricochet. Worlds collide.
Good ass match.
Y'all know how I feel about Carmelo. He needs to be on Monday Night Mello. If he's not going to take that belt off Braun, or if he's not going to win the belt, the NXT title, then there's no point in keeping him down there. He is ready for Monday night. Hell, I'd love to see him on SmackDown, but because Monday Night Mello, that just screams money. So Monday night, I enjoyed the fuck out of that match. The next match I have, FTR versus the Briscoes, their first match at Supercard of Honor. Great fucking match. Like all three of their matches could be match of the year type matches. Like that's the feud of the year. That's the feud of the year in all wrestling.
Easily.
That's the feud of the year. Where am I? I'm high, so where am I? I think I'm at like 7 or 8. But I'm almost there. I just noticed. I just noticed I didn't after
the way you said it. I
stopped saying.
Where did I leave off? I'm high.
ladies and gentlemen, it's the holidays, and I'm
Like
high.
they ain't noticed you. Like they ain't noticed you light up.
Exactly. After that, I have Gunther versus Sheamus, Clash at the Castle. Man, listen. You want to
Big
talk
meaty
about
men slapping me.
big
Right.
meaty men, big grizzly / polar bears going at it for damn near 20 minutes in a fucking war. That was a great that was a fucking war. Like that was a war. And that whole
Yep.
feud between Imperium and the Brutes, that's the underrated feud of the year.
That was a
That was a good ass feud, yo.
that was a good ass
Exactly.
feud.
Exactly.
That really, if we had said that took place in NXT UK, we would not have. We was like, oh, for real? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It transcended. It didn't matter what brand it was on. That was the feud of SmackDown for the longest.
Yeah,
That was on
great.
site.
That's one of my favorite feuds of the year. Number 2. I know where I'm at now. Number 2. FTR versus Briscoes dog collar match. Yo. Jay Briscoe bled like a fucking pig.
But that's
He bled like a fucking pig.
The Briscoes bleed a lot. I noticed.
They are fucking bleeders. Like they are Hall of Fame. They are Hall of Fame bleeders.
For
Like
they are Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes level bleeders.
Mm-hmm. Like Dax, because FTR wore white trunks. By the end of that match, Dax's trunks were pink.
Yeah, that was one of the matches where it got to the point where I'm just like, why am I watching this?
Now that's one of the matches where I got to the point where I go, you do know there's still diseases out there, right? Like I was just swapping too much fluids.
I was like, yo, his trunks are pink. Ew.
Like y'all know there's still diseases out here, right? Like
they got me when that referee started bleeding because he
Oh
bled.
God.
He bled like crazy.
Quick.
Like it just came out. And I was like, oh, this is one of those type of matches.
I'm like, wait a minute. Did they pre-cut the ref, or did he really get hit? Because he bled instantaneously.
Right.
When
he had a vein or something. I was like, oh yeah, y'all nasty. Like it's 2022, y'all.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, but these motherfuckers. That match was bloody.
Mm-hmm.
Bloody.
Like if somebody bleeds, then you know, like when they do it like the way they did it in that match, then you know those people are like the safest of the safest.
Mm-hmm.
Because
they got tested 5 minutes. They got tested 5 minutes before walking out to the ring.
Right.
they got tested
like all that stuff in the ring is sanitized. Everything.
Right. Everything. That's why it was the last fucking match.
Yeah.
They burnt all that junk.
And my last match, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam.
Okay.
I've loved this version of their feud. Cowboy Brock versus head of the table Roman, the tribal chief. Like I've loved this version of their feud. This was clearly, by far, it is not even close, their best match of their feud. It was a great way to end that feud. And then We had a fucking bulldozer used in the match, people.
It flipped the fucking ring up.
It flipped the fucking ring up.
That match was crazy.
Can we admit that Pac's probably last 2 runs have been like some of his best runs that he's had, because he's had matches and opponents that he's actually cared about fighting against?
It's people he cares about, and it's something that he's probably starting to realize he got more years behind him than he got in front of him. And like, what's the point of sitting up here being stuck up, being an asshole, being hard to work with? Bruh, you better cherish this little time you got left. Just like we have to cherish the time we got left with John Cena. John Cena's coming back tomorrow.
You know,
I ain't gonna see him again probably until WrestleMania. And then after that,
right in my fucking living room.
And then after that, you probably see him on HBO Max or whatever else he gonna be on. The people we got, or think about it just like this: we sit up here talking about John Cena. Could have somebody get snatched up from us like a Randy Orton, because Randy just up and disappeared.
Yeah, Randy.
And now they're talking about his career could be over. Or you can have somebody that's up and snatched up from us like a Big E. We sit up here jumping around, bit meaty man bumping meat. Yeah, he ain't bumping he ain't doing nothing.
And here's the thing. We won't know, speaking of Big E, we won't know what the decision is for Big E until he said at least March, when he goes for a 1-year follow-up. So we are going to have to wait until at least March before we even find out any decision on what Big E may decide to do. But Mike, you finished your list? Because I want to read those lists real quick.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Mongo's list. His number 10. Bryan Danielson versus Hangman Page 2. Really good fucking match. Really good match. Number 9, Swerve in Our Glory versus The Acclaim, Part 1. Another really good goddamn match.
Yeah.
Number 8, Jordan Grace versus Masha Slamovich. Really good fucking Bound for Glory. Really good fucking match. Number 7, there we go. That's Speedball versus Josh Alexander. Yo, that match was definitely a contender for match of the year if they decide to do it. Put it up against it. His number 6, boo. No, I was playing. Number 6. His number 6, CM Punk versus MJF in the dog collar match. Mongo likes blood, which is why this match is on here. Okay. His number 5, the Elite versus United Empire. I mean, can you really go wrong with a match with Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay?
Right.
His number 4 match is Seth versus Cody, Hell in a Cell. I mean, that's when we saw Seth with the ripped titty. I mean, Cody with the ripped titty.
Oh yeah, that was
right.
That was my sorry, that was my honorable mention match.
Yeah, the bloody and bruised titty.
That was my honorable mention match. Seth versus Cody, Hell in a Cell.
With Cody with the ripped titty or the first one?
Yeah, ripped titty match.
Ripped titty Cody.
His last match. His last match.
Yeah, his last match. Ripped titty Cody.
That's why Wyatt is trying to slowly take you out. Okay. You showed them that match. That's why Wyatt is trying to slowly take you out. And yeah, Mongo likes blood. That's 100%
right. Take out Mongo's.
Mongo likes blood because he almost died, so he ain't scared of shit. That's why.
Right. Mongo saw the light and came back and said, "No, it ain't time yet." So Mongo ain't scared of shit. No, but Mongo's number 3. Oh my god, his number 3. He's scared. It's a fun fucking match. I can't lie though. Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. I forgot about that match, but that was a fun ass stupid match. I can't lie. I can't lie. It really was. His number 2, Gunther versus Sheamus. And his number 1, he said FTR versus the Briscoes. All of them, but specifically the last one. So the last one with the dog collar match.
It's a good list. That's a good list.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a match that's gonna knock y'all off. That's gonna surprise y'all.
Well, let's hear it, Matty.
All righty. Turn the camera on. There we go. Look at me. Also notice this is my one of my Christmas presents.
Damn right.
Deirdre got me that. The one right here says 7 time. And I said in a conversation that I was scared to get another one that says 8 time because it'd be just my luck. They fuck around and win. They're also in the college football playoff. So
right.
The spot right here is for if they win. Because I have 7, I have 8,
and 9.
I need 9 right there. So, thank you, Deirdre, for getting me this for Christmas. She got an awesome Christmas. One of her favorite wrestlers is Bianca Belair. I got her a pop doll, Bianca. So
nice. Hold on, yeah, man. Hold on, let me say something. Answer this. Yeah, Mongo do handle an interest with certain shit in certain movies, but Mongo will sit there and watch horror films all fucking day if you let him.
Yeah, and the last horror film I watched was what Halloween Ends. That was some bullshit. Don't get started on the movie.
And see, Mongo will sit there and watch horror films all day. Not Kenny. If you gave Kenny a choice between a horror film and season 7 of American Dad, I'm going season 7 of American Dad, baby, all day.
And if it was me and Mongo, I'm watching a documentary. Like that's what I spend the majority of my day doing while I'm working. I'm watching documentaries. Yes. Thank you, Mongo.
Now, Halloween Ends sucked ass, but we ain't gonna get into it.
What was the fucking point of highlighting that dude?
Don't get. Let's not do it. Let's not do it.
But let's get to my list.
Get your list, baby. Get your list.
Number 10. Elite versus Death Triangle from last night. Because that shit ended.
Last night was some good shit.
Yeah,
last night was some good shit. That was some good shit last night.
Pop got him in the submission hole. You got Kenny Omega hitting the one-winged angel off of the damn stage, basically, into the crowd, onto that table. And it's like, all right, who gonna tap? What's gonna happen? 1, 2, 3, tap. Nope, Kenny Omega got the 3 before he tapped. Fuck you, Pac. I will take that because that is the type of ending that they were asking for when they said best of 7. They are trying to play it up as if this is a basketball series. And I love basketball. And Mike, I know you're about to laugh. Basketball is my favorite sport. If y'all ain't never played the old 2Ks, you know which 2K I'm talking about. That starts off with basketball. It's basketball, Mr. Curtis Blow. You ain't never hit start so quick when the game started because you did not want to hear that bullshit. But that is why they have Round Ball Rock for the theme. They have played up the fact that this is a basketball series. And that was a buzzer beater right then and there.
No. We don't need this, Mongo, because this showed that they have never dribbled a basketball a day in their life. I do not need to see that.
They trying to be the villain. They supposed to be the heels. But don't nobody care about the Monstars. We only care about the Monstars when it's their theme. That's the only time we care about the Monstars. When it's hit them high, hit them high, hit them high, hit them high, hit them low.
Hit them low, hit them low, hit them low, hit them low. Hit him high! Hit him low! God damn it!
That's the only time we care about the Monstars.
Fucking goddamn song, man. God damn.
My number 9 match because that shit was fucking lit. It told a great story from beginning to end. The men's War Games match from Survivor Series. The story that was told, the way the bloodline came out, the way they have went around, because I noticed little shit like this. The bloodline came out. They came out unified. They were all wearing red. All right, I'll give you that. Not trying to throw up the one, I'm just saying one. Second thing, they had a unified Titantron. If you watch that match back, there's a Titantron going around. It's like, oh, I ain't never seen that before. It's got everybody in it. And then the whole story that is told throughout, and them standing tall, Sammy finally being accepted. Sammy is he's Sammy Uso. He's finally Usi. It doesn't get no better than that. That has to be a top 10 match. That is a top 10 moment of the year, along with all the other moments that he has caused and the money that he has made for the company in the last 4 months. Mm-hmm. Number 8, I saw this match live for the price of $3.99 in person. Speedball versus Josh Alexander.
Exactly. That match.
Deirdre became a fan of Speedball. She was ready to fucking go before this match started. The match started, and she's like, I'm ready to go. She's like, when this match ended? And I said, it's a 1 hour time limit. And before you know it, she's like, Speedball, let's go speed. And I'm like, he's not winning. And then it was like, oh, could he win?
Speedball is that dude, bro.
Made her a fan.
Speedball
made her a fan.
Listen, no, because you know what? Yes, we do. Speedball and Josh. Goddamn. You know what? Josh is a hell of a...
I will tell you, this match, I saw this match in person. I knew the match was being taped for Impact. They said a 1 hour time limit. I'm like, this is not going 1 hour. It went almost the whole hour.
It really did.
That match was so good. I'm like, my girlfriend basically asked me, are they going to show this on TV? I'm like, yeah, but we saw everything. They're not going to show everything on TV. This match was so good, they put it on YouTube commercial free for basically you to watch the whole 58 minutes.
I got that match on my watch list.
Here's the thing. They actually showed about 56 minutes of that match on fucking television that day.
Oh my goodness. Like
they really had that match start at like 9 o'clock.
That was the last match of the night for us during that taping. We had already sat through one episode of Impact. And we had to sit through a whole nother episode. This is the ending of the second episode. We're tired.
Goddamn.
I'm ready to go home. And you did. It's like you took us from the point of exhaustion where we're ready to go home to it's like, oh, fuck it. Keep going. Because now you've got our attention. You've made us forget the fact that we've been here for 4 hours now. We've been here for 3.5 hours or whatever. That match was good as hell. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. They got the full match. It's like 58 minutes or whatever. They basically, they 1 hour time limit, they go as close as they can get to it. My number 7 match is Bianca versus Becky. The whole story, I'm big on storytelling. Story that they told. From the time SummerSlam 2021 happened to WrestleMania 2022, that was a story of redemption. Bianca did not lose a match. She didn't lose a match during the whole time. She did everything that she needed to do to get that title back and to get redemption versus Becky. She fell for the okie doke. They did the same thing at WrestleMania. She learned her lesson. That was just a story of redemption. I loved it. So that's number 7. Number 6. Roman versus Seth. That's my number 6. That match had everything.
When Seth came out with the Delta Sierra.
I'm a shield mark. I'm wearing an HBK. HBK is my GOAT. And you can't get the shirt no more because it ain't on Pro Wrestling Tees. He ain't on Pro Wrestling Tees no more. I love that match. All the callbacks, because leading up to that match, I've watched stuff back. Seth knocking on Roman's door. He was knocking on Roman's door to the Shield thing. Them talking shit to each other, saying, remember Mox. They bring up Mox. Like, the Shield is not just in WWE. They're everywhere now, baby. We everywhere, and I'm gonna say we because I love the Shield. I love them so much.
The
My fantasy team, and Mike will give y'all the agreement. Even my fantasy team is named the Hounds of Justice. So I love me some Shield.
Yep.
So the story they told with Seth coming out and terrorizing this dude, because Roman told him straight from the jump. He said, I ain't forget what you did to us. Us. Mox is in AEW. Mox don't give a damn no more. Don't matter. He said, I ain't forget what you did to us. Beat this man. So you come out to the Shield thing. You already pissed Roman off more. You got the gear on. And this is the only loss for Roman Reigns as of right now for 2022. A disqualification loss because he choked Seth out because he said, I'm not forgetting what he did to us. He basically was gonna kill him. So,
well, how long has Roman been champ? However long Roman has been, this is his only loss.
Over 2 years.
That is his only loss. It's been 2 years.
He's had.
So, number 5, Gunther versus Sheamus. Big meaty man slapping meat.
No pause. Extra sauce.
No pause. Yeah.
And it's not a world title match. This is for the Intercontinental Championship. That don't get no more old school than this. This is something that we would have gotten during WrestleMania 3, during WrestleMania 4, 5, 6. A horse match for the workhorses title.
Beating the monkey shit out of each other.
Got a standing ovation. And you're doing it overseas. You're doing it overseas. Like Triple H knew what he was doing. Triple H was in his bag. I'm a pick both of these European stars. I'm gonna put them in their home country, put them on their home turf, and let them beat the shit out of each other.
And tell them motherfuckers go out there and have fun. Let's see what happens.
Your people love a good horse fight.
That shit.
Wrestling fans at the end of the day love a good horse fight.
They love seeing two big silverback gorillas going at it.
Yo, I bet. Nah. No need to practice. Check this out. All I'm gonna say is, Gunther gonna win. Y'all go out there and do the rest. Have fun. Whatever happens, happens.
and if you don't say you don't like, and if you say you don't like horse fights, I'm gonna tell you right now. One of your favorite Survivor Series moments in the last 3 years is Roman versus Keith Lee. That matchup. One of your favorite Rumble moments also is Keith Lee and Brock Lesnar saying, "Who is this big motherfucker?" We like seeing Godzilla we like seeing the immovable force versus the unstoppable object. We like seeing that. Regardless, that's just human nature.
Godzilla versus King Kong.
We like seeing two big niggas fight each other. We just don't care. That's what it just comes down to that. It's just human nature. We like seeing.
That's why the heavyweight division is the popular division in fucking boxing.
Yep, it's the premier division.
Like, it don't matter who it is. It's a big dude versus a big dude.
Two massive motherfuckers going at it.
So that's all I got to say for number 5. Number 4, guess what? It's a big strong dude versus a big strong dude in a big strong town. It's Roman versus Brock at SummerSlam. We already went over it. They had a bulldozer. They're in Nashville. So added bonus because I'm a Titans fan. But they did everything possible to even put
To kill
the
Brock.
fear to put the fear of Roman even losing, and he didn't lose.
Matt, I don't mean to break up your list, but what they did to Brock with throwing all them fucking chairs and tables on his ass is what they
They
should have
treated him like he
fucking.
was Jason.
No, they should have did that shit to fucking Jackson, right? Right there in that fucking. That's what they should have did to his ass. That fucking.
The
thing.
bloodline should have jumped Roman. They should have jumped Brock like everybody jumped Riker, because they had the hate crime Riker, and I was in agreement with them doing it because Kenny will tell y'all. I was on the thread like, why does this dude keep getting up? I'm like, somebody get a gun, shoot him.
Shoot this big motherfucker now.
Why does he keep getting up? Like, he's worse than Jason and Michael Myers and every other person in the scary movies. Why he keep getting up? That's what they need to do with Brock. But guess what? Roman got it done. They told a story. Got it done. Number 3, torn titty match. Cody versus Seth.
Rib titty.
The rib titty. That's all we got to say. That match, because Cody,
Rib titty.
Cody, in the words of Stephen A., Cody is a bad man. Because if I had a torn titty, I ain't going out there wrestling. He out there talking about something.
Right.
Oh, everybody's like, oh, why are you wrestling? Because he's Cody.
Listen, I stubbed my toe and I be wanting to call in from work.
Wrestle
with a rib titty, you done lost your mind.
No,
ain't no way in hell.
I'm gonna give y'all my number 1 before I go back to number 2. Number 1 is obviously because they just said health laws and COVID be damn. Briscoes versus FTR at Final Battle, double dog collar match. It don't get no more bloodier than this. Good Lord. Now, number 2 is the one I said probably throw y'all in y'all's head. My number 2, because I love this match. I love the reaction it did. This is when I knew Roman Reigns was on that level where it's like, oh, people genuinely do not like him. I kind of knew people didn't like him because I got talked like I went to Walmart. Person getting cards was like, man, I was about to say I thought you was cool until I saw that Roman Reigns t-shirt. Well, damn.
Well, fuck you too.
Fuck you too, bitch.
What did my old lady say from? What did the old lady from Friday say? Well, fuck you, you half dead motherfucker.
Motherfucker. My bad for having taste in good wrestlers. Right. That just shows you how much people hate the bloodline. My number 2 match is the Usos versus RK Bro, because the Usos won thanks to Roman, and then he made children cry.
Yeah.
It don't get no better than that. If you are a wrestler in 2022 and you are making children cry, I love you. And Roman, you gained all my respect on that one. Because that man, he knew what he was doing. You damn right he was a raggedy bitch on that one. That man knew. He saw the Usos was fucking up. He said, you know what?
I got to do every fucking thing myself.
You know what? He said, you know what? I got to be Matty Reigns. You know what? I got to be Roman. Guess what? I'm going to just interfere real quick. He did what he had to do. And what topped it off was that little smirk he did. He's just like, yeah, y'all thought he did that little chuckle and that smirk. And the Usos are just standing tall with the titles, but Roman has to take it a step further. Not only does he have to just say, hey, we won, but what does he have to do? He got to beat RK Bro's ass. And the Usos is making beat they ass. And you see in the camera, shout out to WWE and their camera work, what do? They pan to the crowd. You see the little white kid talking about some... Yes, Cry, little boy, cry. Because guess what? Guess what? SmackDown is run by grown people now. The bloodline. Yeah, cry. Ain't no John Cena gonna save you. Ain't no RK Bro gonna. That in hindsight, that is the day Matt Riddle died. That is the last time he was worth a damn. Fantasy and in real life. This is Matty Bischoff and just Matt talking. Matt Riddle ain't been worth shit since that moment. That is when he started.
Right.
Now he in rehab. I'm sorry, Matt. You got to go to rehab.
Aww.
You know what? You know what's funny? Speaking
But that
of,
is my number 2 match because it's like, dude, you made kids cry. Because they showed those kids crying in the crowd. They were like, oh my God, I hate Roman. Good.
Roman was like,
Good.
good, you little motherfucker.
Good.
Good, you little motherfucker.
You
cry.
Mike will tell y'all, if there is a wrestler that you hate, I will love them. Who did everybody hate for the longest? I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world. Come on. Everybody hated Dolph. That's where it's Dolph time started. Because I did that to annoy people. It's Dolph time, baby! Yeah, that's me. I like annoying wrestlers. But if you make kids cry, you're awesome. Because you're doing something that can't be done now. Because little kids love everybody. They'll just say they don't like you. You make them cry. Yeah. Oh, you're doing something right.
You're doing something magical.
Speaking of being a dickhead to kids, that reminds me a couple weeks ago when Miz took that $100 bill.
I love that
shit. When he snatched that shit from that little kid, yeah, that was awesome.
I love that.
I laughed for about 10 minutes.
Of course,
Miz did that.
Of course, Dak throws the Dalton Schultz when I benched him in Yahoo.
I love it. I
ain't benched him in
money league.
I ain't benched him in NFL. I'm playing for 3rd place. I'm trying to be stuff on.
Mongo,
my 3rd place.
Hold on, fellas. Mongo just sent us something in the chat. AJ Styles was injured at a live house show.
Well, God damn.
I guess he ain't going to Wrestle Kingdom
now. Who knows? He's one of the few wrestlers that I have not heard anything about WrestleMania. I probably doing something with Judgment Day. Honestly, if you ain't in WrestleMania plans, I always just kind of go back to you're gonna be in that bullshit ass battle royal, or they just don't know what they're gonna do with you because it's 2 fucking nights. Like, if you're in the minority, and honestly, if you're in this minority, fuck you. If you want WrestleMania to be 1 night again, you can kiss everybody's ass because
fuck that.
You can kiss my entire ass.
No disrespect, but thank you, COVID, for splitting this shit up into 2 nights. Because I'd rather there be a WrestleMania weekend than sitting up for 6 hours. So, if you want it to be 1 night, you better just wait till Monday and watch it all on Monday because ain't nobody doing that.
Exactly.
I hope AJ Styles, like right now it's looking like AJ Styles, the news is AJ Styles got injured at a live event. He is one of the few people that has been pretty injury free for the most part during his career.
Right.
So if this is him getting injured, if it's not just him just getting shaken up, I hope it's just him getting shaken up and not him getting injured. Because if it is him getting injured, then this is the beginning of some bullshit. Just like when Kobe started getting injured, just like
And
LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
As a
Yeah.
Lakers fan, I get to deal with everybody's injuries.
Hold on, we got one more list to go through. Tito, let's
Yo.
hear your top 10 list. Bye-bye.
All right. So for honorable mentions, you already mentioned coming.
Hold on. Before we mention this, before you go through this, did you cut your list down? Because folks, Tito,
Yeah, because I had like 20. I had like 20 matches.
When Mongo gave us this homework, Tito said bet and said, yo, I got 17. And he said that shit in 15 minutes of Mongo giving us the matches. I'm like, motherfucker, how do you remember matches from January? I can't even remember what the fuck was on Raw. And that shit was just on, and that shit was just on an hour ago. Like, motherfucker, what? Did you list this down?
Yeah. I got 3 honorable mentions, which I mentioned already, and then I got 10, just 10.
Okay. So that ain't bad.
Right. All right.
But originally it was 20. But honorable mentions, I ain't gonna spend too much time on it because y'all already gave y'all thoughts on it, which I kind of had the same. Roman Reigns versus Drew at Clash of the Castle. Roman versus Logan Paul at Crown Jewel. And Carmelo Hayes versus Ricochet at NXT Worlds Collide. Those are the honorable mentions. Okay. So coming in at number 10, Jeff Hardy versus Darby Allin. I was there live for that Dynamite. That was during the Owens Hart tournament thing that AEW was doing. Shit was crazy. Crowd was crazy. They loved that match. Coming in at number 9, me and Kenny was live for this at House of Glory. I got the Briscoes versus Aussie Open. Dumb motherfuckers.
Great match.
They have that on YouTube. They have that on YouTube on the House of Glory YouTube. It's up there. It's free. Go watch it. Dumb motherfuckers were killing each other for like at least 30 minutes straight. At least 30 minutes straight.
First of all, I didn't know my man from. First of all, Aussie Open was that fucking big. No lie. Yep. I didn't realize Aussie Open was that fucking big. For real. Like, this motherfucking legs was the same size as my whole body. I was like, oh shit. Like, what the fuck?
Nah, he's dead ass. The Ned Flanders dad looking like motherfucker. That motherfucker was huge. Pause.
Yo, for real, yo. I was like, yo, this is the biggest motherfucker I've seen in a while.
That's how I felt when I was getting on the escalator right when I was getting up and getting ready to get on it, and Kevin Nash was like right at the bottom, and I was just like looking at it, I was like, yeah, I'm just keep going. That's when Anthony wanted to stop and talk to him. I was like, I ain't stopping and talking to him. He a legit 7 feet. Nope, I'm good. Yeah. He look like he beat my ass.
Coming in at number 8, I got Elite versus the Elite versus United Empire on the Dynamite Trios tournament. That match was dope. What's this? Next one up, we got Jericho Appreciation Society versus Blackpool Combat Club, Proud and Powerful, and Eddie Kingston at Blood and Guts Dynamite Edition. Your man Eddie Kingston was gonna kill Sammy. He tried to kill Sammy.
Eddie Kingston legit was trying. Eddie Kingston is the only wrestler in 2022 to legit try and kill somebody.
R.I.P. New Jack.
He was really trying to kill somebody.
That's Puerto Rican New Jack right now.
Yo, Eddie Kingston legit will shank you with a rusty screwdriver in the locker room, in the shower.
Was looking like a zombie. trying to walk back to the ring with a gasoline canister. Like, nah, bro, nah.
Nah. Match over, my guy.
Who
Match
else?
over,
You
guy.
trying to kill. We just trying to make people bleed.
Number 6. I had a couple more Impact matches, but like this was like my favorite Impact matches of the year. Josh Alexander versus Moose at Impact Rebellion. Just the story between these two. Like these two legit have held Impact down
Right.
for like ever.
Damn sure I have.
And like that match they had, like they went in. They went in.
God damn, I forgot. Damn. Shit.
Sidebar.
It's hard to cut it down
Look,
to 10.
Look,
It's
and
hard
put
to
it
cut
and put it
down
like
to
this.
10.
Put it like this. Half of the matches y'all have were in my top 20.
It's like I smoke so much weed. It's like I don't remember all these fucking matches. It's like damn,
it's a lot. It's
shit.
306 out of 365 days. We got to pick 10. Like
it's a lot of
exactly.
fucking. This was a great fucking year. Of
like my list is mostly WWE, and it's just one Impact match and one AEW match, and I picked 10 matches.
Exactly.
You know what?
Like, I was going through it all.
Sidebar with your pick right there. I don't care what no one says. I want to see Moose back in the AEW ring.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
During COVID, when he had that match and he showed up on that AEW stage and in that ring, Moose looked like a fucking star.
$1 million. Like $1 million.
I'm telling y'all, 10 years, 15 years from now, tops, they're gonna make a documentary about that COVID time. Because people like Moose and Impact, people like Lover or Hater, Sasha and Bailey, that the people that carried the companies during that time, because when no Roman
really fucking carried the company, boy.
Yeah,
and Roman had to go. Like people be like, well, Roman is immunocompromised. He can't.
Right, he can be there like that.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know what that shit could do, so I don't blame him for taking his ass home. But people like them, they're gonna have a documentary. Like if we can have documentaries talking about FCW, we're gonna definitely have documentaries talking about 2020 and the stuff that sports entertainment, professional wrestling went through to make sure that they could still put on a show for everybody. Like
because they were the only fucking sport they were the only fucking sport going on.
They were the only sport where you were getting fresh content. We were having to sit up and watch people play 2K. But we ain't had to go through that with no WWE. We ain't had to go through that with Impact. We ain't had to go through that with AEW. None of these wrestling companies were going through that. They were making ways.
Bro, they had no weeks off.
Yeah, they didn't shut down at all.
They never shut down at all, bro. If you think about it, they never had a week where they were like, "Oh, there's no wrestling this week." They really kept going.
That's why that's why we said it was well deserved when they said, you know what, we're gonna recognize Juneteenth as a federal holiday and give them those days off. We're gonna give them Christmas off. They ain't had to go. They all were at home for Christmas.
Yeah.
Or they got to have a Christmas. And at least they had to go, they had shows the day after Christmas or the day after Christmas. Some way, somehow, everybody got to have a Christmas in WWE because of the stuff that they did in 2020. Like it showed that, you know what? We're gonna get rid of the old way of doing that. Vince and all the bullshit that he was doing aside, they recognized the fact that y'all go above and beyond to put on the show.
Y'all worked y'all ass off.
Sacrifice.
They sacrificed because in a moment where we didn't know what was going on and we didn't know what coronavirus really was.
Y'all gave us stability.
They just said, you know what? We just gonna do what we gotta do. It went a few weeks with no audience. And Triple H did the best that he could. I love that. episode of SmackDown where it's just him and Cole and the wrestlers and the
Yep.
cameraman. That shit was funny as hell to me because
Right.
it brought me back to 1997. DX and Cole picking on him.
Yep.
That's all that brought me back to. But stuff like that, we're not going to forget. Just like I just brought that up, I'm not going to forget stuff like that.
Hold on, we gotta finish
Yeah.
Tito's. We gotta finish.
Yeah,
Tito's
Tito,
list.
go
We
ahead
gotta
and
finish.
Alright. Number 5. You already said this, but Sheamus and Gunther at Clash of the Castle. Them boys killed each other. Number 4, I got Mongo's gonna love this one. Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy at Forbidden Door. So that's Mongo's favorite match. I forgot about it. Number 3, it's a 2-4. Matt already touched it. So Becky Lynch versus Bianca, WrestleMania and SummerSlam, because I felt like that's a whole storyline between them. Bianca had her redemption at WrestleMania, and then SummerSlam was like the closing finale to that chapter where she proved like, yeah, I belong here with these women. Like these were the 4 horsewomen, but I'm up here now too. Number 2, the first FTR versus the Briscoes, Supercard of Honor. Like there was no build up to that feud, and they still killed it. And then number 1, I got Austin versus KO at WrestleMania because it was fucking awesome to see Stone Cold.
Yeah,
that match was funny as hell.
That's a good number 1. Oh, Matt, just to let you know, Matt, the score is 13-17. 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Lord, they're gonna fuck around and lose. You see how?
No, Dallas is winning right now. 17-13.
I know. That's why they still gonna win. If they don't, you will see me talking about them on Facebook.
And then besides that, rest of the year for me, my man Dax Harwood. That boy.
Right. Dax Harwood needs
for fucking AEW for Superstar of the Year.
I'm mad that, like, I mean, I understand why WWE on Fox gave male Superstar of the Year to Roman and female or women's Superstar of the Year to Bianca. They gave Seth Workhorse of the Year. It's like Workhorse of the Year. Like, I understand, but it's like
Dax.
He really needs to be just male Superstar of the Year. Like he had quantity over quality. Dax is just Dax it extended his career. Like if no one thought he had a singles career, guess what? He does.
And the thing about it is, here's the bullshit. I think Cash may even be a better singles wrestler than Dax. Remember, Cash got hurt, so it took him a lot of time on the show to be like, I don't know, my arm got ripped open in a fucking tag match. So
like the two of them, I feel like have like low key discovered that hey, we're good separately and together.
Which is a danger. That's a tag team where there is no Marty Jannetty.
It really isn't.
Right.
That is
themselves into Bret Hart.
It's a Shawn Michaels. They both turn themselves into Bret Hart, but with the Shawn aspect of fucking the Rockers.
Right.
Like,
well, shit, we saw that.
Cause son, even that
we saw that when they had each other.
Yeah, the Owen Hart.
Mm-hmm.
They wrestled each other and they fucking recreated the Bret Hart versus Owen Hart match.
Yeah, they did.
And killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and Mongo brought up
a hell of a topic.
Know, this isn't breaking news. We forgot about it until Mongo just brought it up in our chat, and then he brought it up on here as a comment. Quincy Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all don't know about Quincy, honestly, if you're not familiar with Quincy Elliott, I don't remember what he was. Basically, a male diva. That's what he is.
Okay, hold on. For a younger generation, that probably watches this, and for a lot of hip hop fans and media fans, Quincy Elliott. The best way to describe Quincy Elliott would be NXT has Saucy Santana.
Basically, because I forget what he called it.
He calls himself the Super Diva. He really calls himself.
Yeah, it was. I was like, it's some bullshit. That
He calls himself.
Wasn't it
He
the
calls himself
quintessential diva or some shit like that?
some shit
Is
like
that
that.
is that the big flamboyant
Yeah.
motherfucker?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. He's
Okay.
the Saucy Santana. He's pretty much Saucy Santana of NXT. But he, as Matt's getting ready to tell you, Quincy did some wild shit.
So while all of us over the weekend were opening our presents and being getting gifts, like Kenny got a belt, I got this beautiful pennant right here, among other stuff. Like Kenny's about to show us his belt. See, we all got, but everybody was opening their gifts. Quincy is over here. He's apparently he thinks higher of himself than of other people in NXT, and he's over here just in Twitter Spaces and group chats with random people that are stands for certain
Talking about his coworkers.
About his coworkers.
Talking shit about his coworkers.
Shit hit the fan. He was talking shit about another person in the chat. They were trans. He called them. He misgendered them. Kept doing it. They screenshotted it and said, "You know what? I'm gonna send this to your boy, the icon." That's all I gotta say. So they were gonna send this to him. Shit hit the fan on Twitter.
Quincy still talking shit on this Twitter space, not realizing that his motherfucking boss is now on the Twitter space listening.
They had a whole Twitter space talking about him, saying like, you doing this, that, and the other. You doing all this. Shawn might not. I don't know if that was real or if it's not. If it was, oh well, he's screwed. That's what he gets. He was talking shit about anybody and everybody. Duke Hudson.
Everybody.
He was talking about Amari Miller. He was talking about her. He didn't need to be talking about anybody.
Yeah.
He was talking shit publicly to people that he thought he was talking to privately. But he decided to talk shit about one of them because they were trans. He misgendered them. And when they called him out on being misgendered, he doubled down on it. Then they said, well, you're being transphobic. He said, well, I'm not being transphobic. This, that, and the other, because I ain't getting into his whole defense. Whatever you want, I'm all about respect. Whatever you want to be called, I'm going to call you that. That's just how it is.
Quincy hit him with the coming to America. Mama named Clay. I'm going to call him Clay. That's what Quincy hit people with.
Quincy is just like, you was born this is what I'm going to call you. They're like, well, guess what? I'm going to send this to Shawn Michaels.
And Shawn said, yeah. You know I'm listening.
But this is the funny thing about it. He was supposed to be on her burner account. He did the KD. He was supposed to be on a burner. He fucked around and said this bullshit on his Quincy Elliott
regular account. The old dumbass
Elliott account. Not on the 1, 2, 3, 4 account. Not that account. He said it on the Quincy Elliott WWE account. And then when he was, because I seen the screenshot, he was like, oh, shoot, this ain't my burner. Too late, dumbass.
Too late, you dumb mother.
Because they went clink, clink. Clinkety, clink, clink. That's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
So
Fucking
it makes
idiot.
sense. Well, remember, if you've watched NXT, and I understand if you haven't, ain't nobody watching NXT like me. For the longest, it seemed like, it was other people that was watching it, because if it was just me, it would have been canceled. Quincy had his little push going, and then he just
fiddled.
Now that little push gave him the big head. This little moment right here of how he thinks he's better than everybody, he ain't got a little ego just from this little push. Who does that remind y'all of? Because I'll tell you right off the bat who that reminds y'all of.
ACH.
Not ACH. Not ACH. Another, but they black though.
Leo.
No. They get a little push. They get a North American title, and now they're referring to themselves in the third person. And we just saw them in their arrest video.
Oh,
Velveteen
good Lord,
Dream.
Velveteen.
Oh,
You get because remember, Velveteen Dream never made it to the main roster. All he got was a North American title and a spot in the WWE 2K commercial. And look how that went to his head. Quincy Elliott, he is flamboyant. He is whatever he wants to be because I don't care what he is. You happy. That's all I care about. You happy in what you are.
Right.
But in the way that he acts, he's flamboyant, and then he has a stank, nasty attitude. That does not mix. We don't do that. Like, nah. We not doing that. I think the fuck not. And that's what everybody is. They're like, I don't know why he got such an attitude. You ain't even did nothing yet. You got a little minor push. Why you got the stank attitude? Melo better than you. There's a whole bunch of people in NXT better than you right now. But you talking shit about some of your coworkers. All y'all on the same level. Y'all all in NXT. And the one person that I hate that it's the main person, Amari Miller. Why are you picking on another black girl? You black, and you supposed to be a part of the community, and then you sit up here just picking on another black girl just because.
Right, just because. Like, she ain't even had nothing to do with the shit.
She ain't had nothing to do with it. And then Duke Hudson, it's bad enough that he got outed. Like, he got outed because he got beat up.
The most wickedest way
ever. He got outed because he was in domestic violence. We didn't even know dude was gay.
Right. And then to find out he was getting his ass wet.
Nor did we care that he was gay. And then it's like, oh, he got beat. It's like, oh, Jake Atlas got arrested. Who get arrested? What did he get arrested for? Oh, he beat up somebody. Who he beat up? Duke Hudson.
Duke
Hudson.
Fuck happened with him and Duke? Domestic violence. Wait a minute. That's exactly how.
And it's like, so then you in this group chat talking about somebody who, first of all, like as
Duke got outed on some wild shit.
Right. Like as much as they probably want to say it was some domestic violence, no, Duke is bigger. Like Duke probably didn't want to beat his ass. He's just like, oh, you hit me. Oh well, like I ain't going to jail. He was on that Tom from Boondocks. I'm not going to jail, so you can listen to Usher. I'm not going to jail because you want to hit me. Go ahead and hit me. You the one going to jail. I work at WWE. They already fired your ass. I'm the one with the better job any damn way. Go ahead and hit me. Go ahead and hit me.
I'm not going to butt pound to jail so you can listen to Usher.
I'm not about to lose my job at WWE. Like, you the one that works for Tony Khan. He can put up with that bullshit. Triple H? Right. Triple H don't do that. So go ahead and hit me. But it's like you in a Twitter space making fun of these people, talking about them. Duke Hudson ain't bothering nobody. Amari Miller ain't bothering nobody. Ain't nobody bothering nobody.
Here's the thing. The only thing that I dislike about Duke is the fact that he took my man Bodie place. But that's just storyline reason. You know what I mean? It got nothing to do with Duke any other goddamn reason. I'm a Chase U fan, and I was a fan of Bodie, and unfortunately, Bodie got let go during the last set of cuts. That's my only beef. And now Duke is taking Bodie's place, and I'm going. Bodie's the person. You know, I really miss my homie. That's Bodie. Right.
And now,
I miss my nigga.
And now that Quincy Elliott has been found out, now that he has been exposed and all that, he has tried to come out about some stuff. He says, I know some are enjoying the circus, but I want to clarify the topic at question. I am being exploited for clout and attention. I am being extorted for money by a group of fans hell-bent on defaming me. I have been harassed for too long, and I'm done. Quincy denies the claims that he is transphobic and says he also revealed they are non-binary using they/them pronouns. They continue, I am in no way transphobic. Those who /actually/know me know that I am non-binary and go by they/them. I have used my platform in hopes to ignite change and inspire, and will continue to be brave for my besties.
Nigga,
Just
shut up.
Right. Nigga, shut the fuck up and say sorry.
He also is claiming that people have wanted them out of the company since they got in the door before saying the so-called burner accounts weren't them.
Nigga, shut the fuck up and say sorry. You fucking dumbass. Let your stupid ass the fuck up. Your stupid ass got caught talking. Right, stupid ass got caught talking about your fucking co-workers and they put your ass out there and now your ass want to talk about this and nigga, shut your dumb ass up and say sorry. You can take your stupid ass back to fucking
all you gotta do is do what R-Truth does. My bad, y'all. My fault.
And it shows
shut your stupid ass up, nigga.
Motherfucker.
Also, it shows you. Because think about it. I forgot all about this until I had to type in his name because I knew somebody had typed up an article about it on top of Mongo mentioning it. But just this past October, he was a co-host of Halloween Havoc with Shotzi in NXT. They didn't do anything after that.
Right. Didn't he call her musty?
I don't know what he did, but...
Yo, he said some shit about Sassy.
We blinked like
Mike,
he had that little moment.
Shut the fuck up, Mike.
Like he had that little moment, and
that was one of the things. That was one of the things that he said during this little. Shut the fuck up, Mike. That's one of the things that he said during this little on his little space shit and tweets. He called Shotzi musty.
Whatever, but if you think about it, like right after Halloween Havoc, we didn't see him no more. Basically, after that, and it was like he was talking. He was talking to Hank. Remember him and Hank were cool, and then all that disappeared.
Right, he came out. He came out and helped save. I forgot who the fuck this he was.
Like he took that little bit of time. He let all that go to his head, just that little bit of time, and he over here talking shit to people. Just because of that.
Called her ass musty.
And now look at him. He gonna be that man. He gonna be nervous. He gonna be nervous every time.
That boy about to be at fucking McDonald's working there.
Oh, that's what everybody on Twitter was saying. Like, oh, look at you. Now you about to be working at KFC. Now you about to be going back. They were like, now you about to be back on the Indies because you was over here running your mouth.
Mongo. That's the title of this episode. She musty.
Yo, I remember like he came out of left field.
They musty. They musty since he them. Shit.
He wilded out with that shit.
He's a fucking idiot, but that shit is fucking.
Bro, you got burner accounts. You should have learned your lesson off of KD getting fucking caught. First of all, everybody in wrestling Twitter, the people that were talking about him was like, first of all, you too damn old to be sitting up in some Twitter space or group chat with the bagel bite people to talk shit. Like, you must really need somebody to think you somebody. You must be down that bad. Your self-esteem must be that shitty that you need the bagel bite people to worship you, and then you gonna go to them to talk shit about your coworkers. But then your dumb ass is so fucking stupid, and you so thirsty for this admiration, you forgot to log out of your official account, and you said all the shit in your WWE account. You ain't said it under Busha 619. No, you said it under Quincy Elliott.
Call that bitch musty.
You over here
Musty. Your mama musty. Your daddy yo, he said yo.
Oh, nah,
He
man.
needs some oxygen. Somebody call Marco. Nah, yeah,
please.
He called Shasty musty out of a
Oh God. Nah, bro. That's the funniest shit I've heard all fucking day. Nah, man. He got a pocket for that. But that's funny as fuck though.
Like that shit was just for no reason. Like what now? Like why did I get dragged into this for? What I do? That's exactly what the fuck Shasty sitting at home going. What? Why I got to be musty? Like no. What's going on?
Like
yeah.
this is what I'll tell you. I'll say one thing from this exchange between Quincy on his burner account. First of all, the burner account,
right,
I don't know,
right,
the nickname,
right. 50 shit. Why they say fuck me for?
Fuck me for. Hey.
I think that's what makes it so funny.
I
think that's what makes it so funny because this dude look like it could be true. I think
they said that Quincy just called me a man.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Quincy, the burner account he has is the name under a burner account is the N-word with the hard on it. It's straight up hard nigger. And he says as a response, they said, did Quincy just call me a man? He said, you misgender me all the time, bro. Then he says, dude. Then he said that the person says, I literally call you they them. What the fuck? And this is what he says. This is another exchange. Don't laugh. Please don't laugh at this, even though it is low-key funny. He says, there's only two genders, and they're both Mahal. Shut the fuck up. And this man double downs and says, post it. I don't give a fuck. LMFAO. They said, write my email with all the screenshots of you talking shit to Shawn Michaels. Have fun.
Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking
Then this
God.
is what this nigga says. Guess what he says as a response? I'm going to just say I deleted my Twitter because you fat phobic. I'm the bitch with the influence, not you.
Nigga, shut up.
And what did he do after that? Look what he did after that. And then he tried to shut his Twitter down. He tried to shut it down.
Oh my God!
Shut your stupid ass the fuck up,
man.
Oh, stupid
you know what?
motherfucker.
He's worse than ACH. He's worse. He's a lot worse.
Oh, dumbass motherfucker. Yo.
He worse than ACH, man.
Yo, you can say that. I can't say that.
Right,
you can say that. You can say that.
Yeah,
like, I say that. I say that. I'm doing 7 years. Right? I'm good. I'm good. Yo,
when I sent y'all in the group chat, that was one of his burner accounts. He had 2 burners. That was one of them.
This motherfucker got
the hard
cool monk. Hard cool monk.
This motherfucker. I ain't got no problem saying it. Fuck it. This motherfucker got a burner account called Nigger Coon Monk. Son of a bitch. Nigger Coon Monk.
That's the one he was saying all that shit on. He got two of them. That's one of them. They both gone.
God.
They both don't exist. But you see how new that one is. It said it joined December 2022.
This motherfucker joined yesterday.
Wow.
You dumb motherfucker. You musty bitch. You motherfucker.
And here go the person. Here go the link to the person they was talking shit about. I just sent you y'all already seen the tweets. That was them. That was the person that's trans. That person who put it out. That's the person who they misgendered.
Oh my god.
Jesus
Christ.
Like he went to the extreme for a burner account. I ain't putting a hard earn for no burner. Like, damn.
Wait. Let's say Yanni Fat Coochie.
Yeah, he had two of them. That's the length he went to for burner accounts. And his dumb ass, you had two burner accounts, and yet your dumb ass forgot to log into either one of them. And it said some of that shit under the Quincy Elliott account.
This motherfucker got his burner account and his personal account under the same email. This stupid, ignorant motherfucker, man. Oh. Nah, man. This donkey of the year goes to this motherfucker right here, man. Nah,
Raggedy bitch. You raggedy bitch.
Man.
Yeah, the other account was the Yanni Fat Coochie.
Yanni Fat Coochie, mm-hmm. Yeah.
This motherfucker's other account was Fat Coochie. I'm done. And on that note, I think that might be the best fucking way to end the show. Cause give him the bell. I ain't giving that motherfucker shit. I ain't giving his ass shit. Folks, don't forget to follow us at facebook.com Under the Ring Pod and twitch.tv/Under the Ring Pod. Don't forget, when you follow us, we're usually on around 8:45-ish on Thursdays. Thursdays is the day for sure. 8:45-ish is around the time that we get started. You know what I mean? Don't forget to follow us on our individual Twitter feeds right now. Greg Bush, SK, me, Rock Ribs 44, Mike, Mr. Beard, Matt, The Right Answer, Street Team, Boriel Maliente, and our special news correspondent, Justin D. Bagsley. Once again, folks, thank you for joining us. Oh, and don't forget, you can go on our Street Team Captain made a link tree for us. You can go on it. Linktree.com/Under the Ring Pod. It has all our info there on where you can listen to us, where you can find our Twitter, feeds, everything that you need to know. Everything that you need to know. You're gonna have to censor some shit this whole last 45 minutes on fucking Quincy.
You said bring up Quincy Elliott, and I brought up Quincy Elliott.
Right, we brought a Fat Coochie nigga. You said bring him up, but we brought him up. You told us to bring up the Fat Coochie nigga, and we brought up the Fat Coochie nigga. All right, plain and simple. You know, but goddamn, well, damn it, look who you left in charge. Look who you left in charge. You left the motherfucker that's been doing drugs longer than y'all been born in charge.
Hey,
so that's what tells you.
Wrestling Twitter is crazy.
It's some wild shit. Wrestling is the only place where someone can be a champion one day, a porn star the next, and a gay transphobic person in the other day. Who's calling coworkers musty.
It's just and it comes. That's what he gets for trusting people that he didn't know all like that. That's all it comes down to. Why are you talking shit to people you don't know?
Here's the thing. Besides the point of not talking shit to people that you don't know, why are you doing it on a public space? Why are you doing it on a public space? You know your job is a publicly traded company and everything about your fucking job is goddamn wide open in the air. And you want to just show your ass.
Yep. That's what he wants to do.
You want to show your ass like Lizzo at a Lakers game. That's what you want to fucking do. Fucking saucy Santana ass. That's what he want to fucking do. Show his ass for no fucking reason. No reason. If you, and I'm not saying that people don't talk shit about their fucking jobs. Everyone talks shit about jobs to their friends on their private phone messages, not on fucking Twitter.
Here it goes. So Amari Miller, this is 4 days ago. She had put a tweet up saying, "These last couple of months have been life-changing for me. So blessed for everything in 2022, but so ready to experience 2023. Self-awareness, life lessons, goals, and self-confidence. Bringing the lessons from 2022 to 2023 and ready to take the year by storm. Little emojis, God is good, prayer hands, emoji." Guess what? Quincy shares this to a group chat on Twitter and says, "Can she shut up?" And this is where he says, "Oh, wait, I'm not on my burner." Oh, wait, God. I'm not on my burner.
First of all, why are you on Twitter? Burner or not? Why are you on Twitter? Burner or not, my guy? Talking about your fucking co-worker, bro.
Like, see how unwarranted that was? He's being nasty for no reason.
Here's the classic example of what we've been talking about for years on this podcast. A lot of these motherfuckers who wrestle, they don't need social media accounts whatsoever. He's the prime example.
Once again, the old man is being proved right. This was the old man. Oh, I'm sorry. He's not. I'm sorry. Not. Listen, Quincy ass is Quincy ass just need to shut the fuck up. All right. Now I'm sorry if that was the wrong pronoun to you. Quincy, just shut the fuck up. Listen here, young blood. Just really shut the fuck up and make your goddamn money before your neck get broken in the goddamn ring. How about that?
This is the funny thing about it. He knew he fucked up and he tried to go into a different type. He went on a different platform because apparently these people he's talking to, they're minors. So that's why they're going to worship the ground he walks on. They're not grown people. They're children. They're 16 and 17-year-olds. They're 18-year-olds.
You know what? No more. No mas.
Yeah,
no mas. No mas.
And he told them he said this in the group chat because he said, here's him in a group chat trying to guilt trip a handful of minors into making the other person that I shared with y'all delete her thread about his transphobia towards her. He says, under a different burner account, on this different platform, he says, I really need y'all's help. Like, I know y'all can't do nothing, but even if I act like it doesn't exist, they will hold those screenshots over my head. Like, the fact everyone is quiet and I'm being torn apart is heartbreaking. Yes, I said something stupid, but y'all know I'm not a bad person. We want to defend you, but there's nothing we can do. He's like, tell her to delete it. He's trying to guilt trip them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, you said something stupid. You shouldn't have been saying anything stupid. Those are the games you play. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Fuck around. The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
And he found out.
Good grief. Good.
He's a dumbass.
Dumb. It's not a he. We can't say he. Reggie just told
Day is a dumbass because
Quincy is a dumbass.
Is a dumbass.
Quincy
they already know.
Is a stupid dumbass.
Because if that I hope that screenshot is fake where they're doing a Twitter space and you see Shawn Michaels in the Twitter space just listening. I hope that's fake. But if it's not, he already knows because he said them being quiet is already bad enough because they're not saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
He has an ego. The ego is what kills any person. If your ego gets too big, that's it for you. He has an ego. He has a main roster ego, and he don't even have an NXT ego yet. It's not gonna work.
That motherfucker got caviar wishes with tuna fish pockets.
Mm-hmm.
He got or as I always say, you got champagne wishes on a beer fucking budget.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't the good beer. I'm talking about that PBR. I ain't talking about no craft. I ain't talking about this. This is expensive.
God damn it, Quincy. We was trying to end on a better note than this. And here
That's how we gonna
end.
end. That's all right, because 2022, we got stuff to look forward to. Tomorrow night, guess what? The man showing up for his first match and his last match of the year. John Cena is
hold up. You know how we gotta do his name. John Cena!
So John Cena teaming up with Kevin Owens for the first time ever versus the Bloodline with a new combo of Roman and Sin.
Folks, thank you for joining us. Thank you for having a wonderful 2022 with us. The next time you see us, it will be 2023, my friends. The next time you see us, to my UTR family here on this podcast, fellas, thank you for being part of my family for this year. You already know how we get down. I wish y'all a safe and happy new year. Don't do nothing that I wouldn't do, which is every fucking thing. You know. So I just want y'all to have a very safe, happy, healthy, and successful new year. UTR fans, thank you for joining us. Don't forget, join us again next year, 2023. Same bad channel. Might not be the same bad time. We might actually be on time for 2023, the first show. We might.
That'll be our New Year's resolution. We'll be on time for the first show.
Right.
You be safe as well. Thank y'all for joining us. See y'all later.
She must be.
Frank Thomas.